I can. Good morning. I'm on. Thank you. Morning.
get his attention. Technically, it's not 11 o'clock. Good morning. Hi. We have a sing-along. So y'all want to sing along? I don't know. I have no idea. I just got here. I have no idea. Sing along. God bless America.
Sing a song. Sing out loud. Sing out strong. God bless America. Would you like to stand with us? Or stay seated. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Okay, here we go. A different verse. God bless our planet Earth, the earth that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless our planet Earth, our home, sweet home. God bless our planet Earth, our home, sweet home. I heard harmonies out there. That was beautiful.
Thanks, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Garden Park. My name is Kathy Mountain. I'm your platform assistant. I'm also a prayer chaplain, and I am on duty after service, so if you need some personal prayer, come see me in the prayer room. First off, if you could silence your mobile devices, that'd be great. And I want to start with opening prayer. Prayer is really like the most important thing in my life. It's number one. And, there's no right or wrong way. It's just taking that moment, to go within and just be thankful, for, whatever it is you're grateful for. Some people like to look at this picture of Jesus walking on the water. That shows the highest form of faith. Some people like nature. I do. It's, just be comfortable where you're sitting, or if you're standing. Facebook, I have no idea what you're doing. You might be doing your, push-ups or something, whatever. Let's just take this moment and to be grateful that we are able to come to church and believe what we want to believe and have friends and family to celebrate with and to be with. I'm just grateful for so many things. I'm grateful for this spiritual community, the people that I know here, and I just want to say thank you, God, for everything. And so it is. We have a church affirmation, and if you would all like to say it with me, this is who we are here at Garden Park. Unity of Garden Park is a radiating center of divine love and light, mighty to attract our good and to radiate good to others. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good omnipotence. And it is July, the first Sunday in July, and we like to celebrate any birthdays. So if you have a birthday in July, we would like to recognize you, give you a little pin. We're going to sing happy birthday. We got Bobby, all right. Let's see those July babies. And we're going to sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You're wonderful. God is blessing you now. Happy birthday. Do you guys get sparklers on your cake or anything? All right, now it's time for the youth to go with Miss Sandy. I see Miss Tracy, and I'm sure you guys are going to do something red, white, and blue fun. Have fun, y'all. Don't let them set off fireworks, Sandy. Could I have my ushers, please? If you are here for the first time, we are not going to embarrass you. We only want to give you some information about Unity, about our church, and there's a coupon for the bookstore, which we've got some really cool stuff. If you just raise your hand, we'll give you the packet. I won't put a microphone in your face, I promise. We just want you to have this information, and if you have an email address, we have a registry out in the hall. If you want to get our email blast, which shows everything that's going on here at Garden Park, and it's a lot of fun stuff, a lot of informative stuff. We do not sell it. We do not give it away. It's strictly for our purposes. All right. Today's daily word is going to be done by Lynn Heald. You're welcome. Okay. Yep. Cool.
Well, good morning. I love this reading. It's of interdependence. I am connected with all beings. We are one in God. I almost think that's all I have to read. Because that's the juice of the whole thing. At our best, members of the human family rely upon and support one another. We give and receive. We help and are helped. We comfort and are comforted. I remember this, excuse me, if at times I feel alone in the world, even if I'm tempted to cope with a difficult situation on my own, I will accept an offer of help if it comes. Likewise, if I see someone struggling, I will offer to lighten a load. With each interaction, I deepen my awareness of the infinite goodness in all people. I also express my spiritual nature more fully and easily as I communicate, cooperate, excuse me, and contribute to the good of others, and I open my heart to receive. We belong to one another, united in our divinity and interdependent in our humanity. Finally, all of you have unity of spirit, symphony, love for one another, a tender heart, and a humble mind. That's from 1 Peter 3:8.
Thank you, Len. So we have Marcy. If you don't know Marcy, she's here regularly, and we just love her.
I love
And then we've got Sandy. Oh, and we got Yvette over on the piano.
Happy day.
And then we've got Sandy. Reverend Sandy is going to do our meditation and the service. So we are truly blessed.
Amen. Thank you.
And you look beautiful today, Marcy.
Thank you so much. Everyone looks beautiful here. Very bright and shining. Bright lights. I love it. Thank you. Speaking of beautiful. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber ways of grain, for purple mountains' majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for pilgrim feet who stern in passion stress, a thoroughfare for freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, God mend thine every flaw, confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. Thank you. Come on up here. Would you like to come sing? Come on up here, Miss Leslie. We have Miss Leslie with us here today, everybody. Come up here and sing with us. And her son.
I do not see.
Okay, good, great.
All right.
What are we singing today? Our thoughts or prayers? Okay, no. Surely the presence. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
So I invite you to just get comfortable and take a nice full breath in and become present to this time and space, just feeling your feet on the floor, feeling the pew supporting you, taking in another full breath and just releasing anything in your hands, on your lap. And allow this time of meditation just to be for you. And anything that came before today to get you here, give it a little gratitude and just let it go. Any plans that you have for after this, it will still be there. So just taking a few minutes just to be in this now space. And if it's comfortable, to close your eyes and to turn within. And then just slowly watch where that breath goes. Maybe following it, entering the nose and feeling coolness as it enters. Where it fills your body up. Filling the lungs, pushing out the belly a little bit. Opening the chest. Feeling it leave again, exiting through the nose, the mouth. And then just again, watching the breath as it comes in, feeling where it is in the body, and letting go slowly. Out again. And just notice whatever tensions you have, you can maybe breathe into those spaces, but just allowing them to be there. It's okay for now. If they won't go, it's all right. Just back to the breath. All is allowed to be here. And I would like you to kind of repeat in your head a little chant. It's a Tibetan teaching that is supposed to help us come more present to the space. And you can just repeat it in your head after me. I let go of what may come. Let go of what is happening now. Do not try to figure anything out. Do not try to make anything happen. Simply relax right now and rest. And once again, let go of what may come. Let go of what is happening now. Do not try to figure anything out. Do not try to make anything happen. Simply relax right now and rest. Even a tiny taste of letting go in this now moment is a true taste of freedom. So I invite you after this little chant to go back and scan through your body again and notice anything that you want to let go of, whether it's in your body or in your mind. And then just soften to it a little bit. You can soften your hands and feel them gently resting, open. Soften your shoulders, maybe breathe into them, and then breathe out and let them go with gravity. Allow your chest to be open as you breathe in. Allow your belly to soften. Just staying open to what is in your presence, and now extending that from your body into the room and noticing the sound. Maybe it's the music. It's just the people and the knowingness of this wonderful energy around us in this space. And as thoughts arise, just notice them, and you might even want to label them thinking. It's just thinking, and just allow it to go. Just thinking. Let go of what may come. Let go of what is happening now. Do not try to figure anything out. Do not try to make anything happen. Simply relax right now and rest. And I invite you in this space to envision yourself in a really open house. Maybe not a lot of furniture in this house. It's peaceful and minimalistic, and there's someplace really comfortable for you to sit. Just take a seat there. And notice some space between yourself in the seat and your thoughts. As they come in, and you can just label them thinking and allow them to go. And they kind of find a place on a shelf around the walls of the room that you're in the house. Just a place to rest. Giving you a little space between the sensation of being present in your body and the thoughts as they just flow in. You just say thank you and label them thinking, and allow them to float and rest comfortably on a shelf around the room. And now I want you to envision the roof of this house just lifting off into a wonderful, beautiful sky. Notice the outside around you and how expansive. Do you see clouds or trees? See a bird flying by as we just open to that space, that wonderful space of sky. And then in the next image, just inviting you to watch as the walls gently fall open to this beautiful expanse of space. Notice what is around you in your mind's eye. Are there flowers? Are there animals? Is there a beach? Oh, it's secretly there the whole time. And breathing in and opening to this expanded view and dropping into your body again, and feel the expansion in your body. The openness, the freedom in this. And maybe putting a hand on your heart and opening to the love that is all around you in this space. Opening to love. The intention to rest in this love and let go of all controlling, just being in this space as we let love be here in the silence. And as we take a breath in, allowing that love that we feel to expand within our bodies. And being even more present in the body while being at the same time aware of love in this space. True freedom, peace, and love, they are not places to travel to. They are always here now in this space, inside of us. So knowing that it's always here now, and we can feel this today, you might even invite someone else who you feel could use a little bit of peace and love and the feeling of freedom to come into this space with you. To feel the expanse of the love, to feel the expanse of the sky and the space around you, and just sending that love to them in this space. Even allowing yourself to receive it back from them, because it can be no other way. And then sensing that expansive space, sending that love and peace and freedom out to the world. And notice as you send it, notice the expansion is even more in your body. You can feel it's even greater than it was before as you send that out. And we start to come back by repeating the words again. I let go of what may come. I let go of what is happening now. I do not try to figure anything out. Do not try to make anything happen. I simply relax right now and rest. We can keep that mindset as we bring ourselves back to the present. And we can use those words throughout our day to become more present, to feel and send more love, more freedom, and more peace. As we wiggle our fingers and toes and take a deep breath in and prepare to hear another wonderful song.
That was a beautiful meditation. I feel like Jell-O. That makes me feel so weightless. Okay. I just learned this song a couple days ago. I've always heard the melody, but didn't know there was words to it. So, and I love it. I love the saying, simplicity is key. So. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where you ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning, we come round right. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where you ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow simplicity is gain. To bow and to bend, we shan't be ashamed. To turn, turn will be your delight. By turning, turning, we come round right. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcy and Yvette. That's a wonderful older song, yes. I haven't heard that in a really long time. Thank you all for being here today as we celebrate still this weekend of 4th of July. I thought that I would start with some oldie but goodie jokes to match the 4th of July, just to lighten things up. I don't know if you're all tired from listening to storms and listening to fireworks all night, but I thought maybe we could liven it up. Like, I remember these, they're all kind of silly. They're my husband's kind of dad jokes. So, why did the baker work on Independence Day? He needed the dough. Why did Paul Revere ride his horse from Boston to Lexington? It was too heavy to carry. Why did the British cross the Atlantic? To get to the other side. I know, right? Why aren't there any knock-knock jokes about the 4th of July? Freedom rings. What did the flag say to the other flag? Nothing, it just waved. Why shouldn't you tell a joke to the Liberty Bell? It cracks up. Yeah. And then, why did the hamburger blush at the 4th of July picnic? It saw the hot dog's buns. Okay. I know, kind of cute. And then I wore my joke today, spilling the tea since 1773. Kind of the theme for our Liberty Day. And kind of a reminder to me about the idea that the freedom doesn't just happen on one particular day. We celebrate the day the Declaration of Independence was signed. However, it started way before that day. And 1773 was one of the major ways that we saw that showing of that there's something new brewing, that people were wanting and needing something more. I find it a very inspirational story, the founding of our country. Regardless of what your political views are today, I find the story itself inspirational, that a group of people came together the way that they did to make a movement the way that they did. And I also see a lot of their things as affirmations that are not a checkbox that we can use as hope. And so today what I'd like to talk about is hope and letting go as a part of any kind of freedom, especially our own independence and our own inner freedom, and how we can see that modeled by the founding of our country. And so when we think about hope and letting go, all great things that start new have to start with some kind of hope. Otherwise, they don't happen. And so we know that that was there. Otherwise, we wouldn't have made it to here today. And it also had to have a lot of letting go that we might not necessarily think about. We thought about our 13 original countries, colonies. They all organized themselves as miniature countries. They all kind of had a separateness about them. And they really didn't have any idea that they wanted to do anything other than be that way. They just saw that they needed freedoms from all of the taxation and all the ways they were run by people that were all the way across an ocean, and that outside letting go of something to have something greater was also a letting go of some of their ideals, because there was no way for them to do that without coming together. And I also, even though that's not a focus for today, I don't want that to be lost in the message. That although a lot of this that we talk about is inner work and might be independent, there is no great change, whether it's a physical change of our country or it's in our constitution inside and our consciousness, cannot be done alone. And they recognized that although they loved their independence as 13 colonies, they recognized that they had to somehow unify and come together in order to make that a possibility. And this also parallels a lot of the things that I had been teaching the past month in Tara Brock's work from radical acceptance. And so this will probably be, I know you've heard a lot about that since I started really studying it, but you're also going to hear a lot of that today, the idea that it's a freedom from our controlling mind. And the idea that we're constantly, most of us somewhere in our lives, in some way, shape, or form, constantly planning or over-planning or protecting in some way. And being able to take a breath and release that and let go like we did in meditation and become present is really the only way to truly be free. So as we think about the great experiment, which is our country, it was a radical new idea, and so has been other things. Judaism was a radically new idea. The idea that there's only one God, that there's only one. That was a radically new idea. Christianity was a radically new idea. The concepts of love that was taught in Christianity and unity was a radically new idea. The idea of new thought, that God is not out there, that God is also inside of us. So just as I find a lot of parallels between the founding of our country and our own internal freedom, because our forefathers might have been, under the oppression of tea taxes and feeling outside pressures, we also, in unity, those pressures aren't just outside. We notice that it's not just God outside, it's God inside, and there's a pressure to show up a certain way. I know that everybody in New Thought has felt it in some way, feeling a little different, feeling like you're a little different in the world because of a thought that you have, or a view or opinion that you have. It takes a radical courage to stand up and be able to live that out. So it's a willingness to listen to a higher voice, a spiritual voice. It's a willingness to see a larger vision and to live differently than others have lived before. And so I find that this time of year shows those things in abundance. The freedom not just to be released from external controls on the outside, but also to control our need to force outcomes, to think that everyone needs to understand us or agree with us, and that we're always going to get our way. And in Buddhism, there's a teaching that kind of came through in the meditation. True freedom, love, peace, and happiness are always here now. Buddha taught that true freedom, love, happiness are always here now in this present moment. And I feel like unity teaches the same thing. Those characteristics of God, they're always here now, but we can't always be free to live in them without hope and without letting go of the mind clutter, the ego mind that wants to constantly keep us going forward in the future, looking back at the past. So that's kind of what I want to talk about today. If we look at the first slide, we take from the Bible from Jeremiah 29:11, what it says about hope. For I know the plans and thoughts that I have for you, says the Lord, plans for peace and well-being and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. That's from the Common English Version, so it's a little bit more plain, but I want to break that down just a little bit. Don't forget that in unity, we translate a few of these words metaphysically. So whenever you see Lord, should always automatically think God inside. So whenever you see the Lord, whoever says Lord, does not mean the Lord outside controlling or even giving. This Lord doesn't even give. This is the Lord inside that comes through us. So looking at that, I know the plans and thoughts that I have for you, says the Lord. So this is when we get quiet and we listen within. This is that being able to open to a freedom of a knowing and a guidance that comes from that space within. It's in all things, it's in all people, and it's in you. and plans. Look at that word plan. Plan is not a want, or it's not an intention. A plan is a blueprint, a foundation for what your life actually is as you manifest it. So this internal spirit inside says, I have the blueprints and the foundation for you. And it's not about disaster, even though the appearances of the world might feel that way. I have the blueprints and the foundation for your future and for hope, for peace and well-being. That's what we find when we come to the Lord inside. And that's the kind of hope that we build everything on. That's the hope that builds nations. That's the hope that frees people. And that's the hope that we cannot forget. Martin Luther King Jr. said, everything in the world is done by hope. And after that, he also said, we must accept infinite disappointment and never lose that hope. And I don't know about you, but when I see what's happening in the world, and I hear it more from people anymore than I do from the news about how it almost feels like hopelessness in many cases. I look back at those words, and I think we can't lose hope. I have to see for me, even if others can't, to hold the hope that what this country was founded on is not a checkbox action that was supposed to have happened back in time. It is an affirmation of how we are all supposed to live. It is what we are to aspire to be and to know, because it is truth. It is an affirmation of truth that we hold these truths to be self-evident, even when they're not. Back then, was it evident that all men were created equal? When we say man or men, we automatically would take that to be the humankind in general. And is it now? It's not a checkbox list. It's an affirmation that I can hold in my heart, a vision that I can see, and a mission that I carry forward, and I can only do that with hope. It's the only way. The next slide says, I love this is a quote from Jonas Salk. If you forgot who Salk was, he was the one who created the polio vaccine. He says, hope lies in dreams and imagination, and in the courage of those who dare to make dreams into reality. It is us living that hope out that causes change. And it's not a checkbox list. We affirm things like, I am peace and I am love. Although in our human expression, do you always feel your peace and that you're love? Do you always act like you're peace and that you're love? I don't. Is that going to stop me from affirming it? Heck no. No, because that is the truth of who I am. And if I don't affirm it, I'll forget it. So we affirm on this day, no matter how hopeless we've seen up to this point, that we don't have to be anymore, that we can truly affirm that it is self-evident that all people are created equal. And within that, we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And hope, remember, is an aspect of the power of faith, which Unity teaches. And it says, I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know how it's going to manifest. I don't know how it's all going to shake out, but I know that Spirit is in this. God is in this. And I'll take the next step in action, moving towards that, even though I don't know how it's all going to go. And when someone talks about politics to me today, this is what I go back to. And that's why every news broadcast that's had the children reading the Declaration of Independence has brought tears to my eyes, because this is what I see. I'm choosing to see the affirmation. I'm choosing to see how I can live it out, not how everybody else should be living it out. I'm going to try to let that go. That's going to be in the letting go section. So there's hope and there's letting go, because both have to happen in order for a transformation to take place. But before we leave this hope thing, let's go to that last hope slide I have here. I really like this from Barbara Kingsolver. She says, the very least you can do in your life is to figure out what you hope for. And the most you can do is to live inside that hope. So what do you hope for in your life? And I don't mean like a new car, a new place to live, or who's going to win the World Cup, or if the pictures of Taylor Swift's wedding will ever come out. Like, I hope those will come out. But what is freedom to you in your life personally inside? And how do you hope for it to show up, even knowing that you might not know how? But you can know what that end goal might feel like, even though you have no idea what that's like. And so that takes a little bit of letting go of the controlling that I was talking about earlier. And I love this story. I'm a science teacher by day, and so I get this Jonah Salk. And then my next one is a Chuck Yeager story. And the Chuck Yeager story is that preceding the space movement and what even astronauts even existing, the NASA, what would become NASA, does a lot of testing with the most courageous jet pilots that they could find who were willing to basically go on a death mission because they flew jets up into air where there was hardly any atmosphere. The atmosphere was so thin that the planes would just go completely out of control, and several of the pilots actually died because what would happen is they get up there, there's no air to carry the plane underneath the wings, there's no lift, and the plane literally will start spinning. It's not just that it just starts falling, it starts spinning, and they are jarred around and they end up crashing. And everybody's up there, they're in with control, like, what should you do? Try this, try that. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to control it, trying to control the plane when Chuck Yeager just happens upon, by complete mistake, the perfect way to figure this out, and it was because of that jarring from the tumble, he got knocked unconscious and literally took his hands, had to, because he wasn't aware, had to take his hands off the controls, stop trying to overcorrect and fix it, and they found that when the plane fell to a level where the density of the air was now able to hold the plane up, it corrected itself. And he was able to just coast and land the plane. And isn't that a really, really good metaphor for how life is sometimes? I can see myself spiral with something, trying to desperately control the situation. In little things and in big things. It could be with a medical diagnosis that I'm really in fear about, and it can be like the stupidest little things. It just could happen about, I just want something to happen in my day, and I wish somebody would stop doing something. And have you ever done this? Have you ever literally tried to structure the environment around you to try to get somebody to do something a certain way, or is it just me? And it's infuriating because it never works as well. Well, it'll work that first time. It's like, oh, look at me, look at what I did. And then it just, you never can control anyone else. So if we could go to the next slide, please. So in Proverbs, it says it this way: trust in the Lord. Remember, the Lord means spirit inside. Now that you know that, remember it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Never rely on what you think you know. Remember the Lord in everything you do, and he will show you the right way. Remember, he just means spirit, and Lord means what's in, and never rely on what you think you know. Doesn't mean don't take it into consideration, but it means we might need to put it on the shelf for a minute while we open to something more underneath there. Remembering the Lord in everything just remembers that spirit is with you in everything you do. And so while I'm here trying to fix, well, if I fix this way, then the kid, like in my room is the easiest way to describe it. If I fix things to flow this way, well, then they have to stop here. They have to get this thing. It makes them pause so they're not like running in like animals. And then if I do this and this, then they'll have something to do and they'll be quiet. In my school day, that's what I think about. And instead of thinking all these things I'm going to do out here, I can take a breath and leave it open to spirit, and maybe what spirit says is, play a song as they come in. And then they're all singing, and they're all doing the same thing, and look at how much more easy that was, and how much less time it took. Life can be just that easy when we allow ourselves to remember that spirit inside is the mother, father God. It's the Mother, Father, God that a lot of people say at the beginning of our prayers. It has wisdom and understanding. It also has compassion, and it's receptive. It's receptive to knowing. So letting go, it should just be that easy, and it's not. There's one of my favorite jokes about that is there's a guy, and he's in the jungle. People are always in the jungle, and there's a cliff, and he's running from a tiger. And so he's running, and then he falls off the cliff, and he's holding on to a branch that's stuck on the cliff. And he realizes he needs help, and he yells, "Is anybody up there?" And a voice booming comes and says, "Yes, I am here." And he says, "God, is that you?" And he says, "Yes, son, I am always with you." And he says, "God, I need some help here. What should I do?" And he says, "Just let go." And he says, "Is anybody else up there?" We could go to the next slide. Thich Nhat Hanh says, "Letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness. If in our heart we still cling to anything, anger, anxiety, or possessions, we cannot be free." That is so true in what I have found. We don't always think of ourselves as controlling, but we can always think of somebody else who is, right? We can call it things like being prepared or being responsible or helping, fixing, figuring it out for somebody, being committed to seeing it go the right way. I'm not saying that any of these things are bad. I'm just saying that we tend to overdo it, overfix it, overformulate it, overprepare for it. Where in your life are you overly responsible, overprepared, overorganized, overcommitted to doing it right, overcommitted to making sure things turn out right? This is where we get caught up in the mind and where it spirals and tunnels. And so this is where our work lies, to let go. The next slide says, "Peace comes not from doing, but from undoing. Not from getting, but from letting go." Peace comes not from doing, but from undoing. It's like the clenched fist. Like if you take your fists and you clench them up real tight. If you do that with me right now, can you feel, after you clench for a couple seconds, do you now feel other parts of your body tight too? It moves. It's a consciousness. It has its own thing. And so it's an unclenching. Because once I'm clenched, I can't pick anything new up. If my hands are like this, I cannot pick anything new up, and there's no freedom in that. And I love Tara Brach's visual that she puts to this. She said, letting go is like an ice cube. The ice cube is rigid, it's solid, and it's unchanging. As long as it's frozen, it's going to stay in that shape. If you try to put the ice cube into a round container, it's going to stay square. It's rigid, and there's constriction, like that clenching in that. And our awareness and our compassion can be like a light on that ice cube. And it's like the light of the sun coming down on the ice cube. And visualize an ice cube and sun comes down on it. What starts happening in your vision? It melts. And now water flows. It's free to flow. It's free to move. It's free to take on the shape of its container and be flexible. And so our goal is to shine the light of awareness by pausing when we notice ourselves feeling uptight and controlling. So when we notice that clenched feeling in our hearts, and our shoulders, and our stomach, and our limbs, shining the light of awareness and saying, oh, clenched, tight. And just saying that and having that awareness can start the letting go process. Awareness is about restoring your freedom to choose. It's not about your past. It's not about forgetting about it. It's not about forgetting whatever it is you're hanging on to. Maybe you're hanging on to something someone did to you that was unkind. Maybe you're hanging on to something you did that you felt was unkind. Maybe you're hanging on to a political story that's just not right, and it's really hard to let it go. It's not about forgetting, and it's not about doing nothing. It's about not carrying it into your present and allowing it to take your freedom to choose how to respond, and even to respond to yourself compassionately. Let that light shine compassionately onto your ice cube. And don't do that without love, because it can't melt just with the light. It's got to have the warmth. And that warmth is our compassion that we give to ourselves in it. So for me, I find this in relationships. I've wanted for the last 5 to 6 years, especially as my grandson became a teenager, really wanted his relationship with my husband, his grandfather, to be different in so many ways. And I want him to have support from my husband. I want my husband to continue to support my grandson, Devin. And I've always just, they butt heads a lot. And I've found myself in suffering and pain because I watch that happen and I try to fix it. I can't fix it. Obviously, it's not my relationship to fix. I try to give helpful hints, and I found after time, sometimes that's not even the way to go, because I'm still trying to control it. Maybe I'm not trying to control them, but I'm trying to control it for me because I feel so bad. And so in letting that go of the outcome, letting go of what that's going to be and allowing that to be their relationship, what I have found is I can be more present to both of them. I can sit there with my husband when he's feeling bad about what's happened with Devin, and I can be open to his point of view and see him for who he is instead of the story I put upon him, number one. And I can be free to just be the open space for him and for Devin too, which I didn't think was going to even be possible. Closed up teenager, when he was 15, I thought nothing is getting in those walls. And I was wrong. Just being there to listen to him, to ask him questions about other stuff about his day and about stuff that he really, truly enjoys, and to be with him in it, and just to let him know, hey, whenever you want to talk, I'm here. That has been so freeing to me. And I've seen it in other relationships too. So that letting go is its own kind of freedom. I just want to leave you with a couple points that could be each their own talk. However, if we go to the next slide, they're just things to remember. Simple freedom, how letting go of control makes life easy. It's just hard to see. So you might want to take a picture. Let go of people. Let people be themselves. Stop trying to change others. Either accept them as they are or decide if they belong in your life. So let them be them. Rejection is redirection. When life says no, it's pushing you towards something better. Sometimes no means grow. Sometimes it just means not now. Some people are temporary. Not everyone's meant to stay. Some are just here to help you grow. So let them go. Things fall apart to come back together, and sometimes chaos is the beginning of something stronger. Focus on what you can control. Ditch the need to control everything and master your reactions and your mindset set instead. And the last slide here, coming back to true freedom. True freedom, love, peace, and happiness are always and already here. I hope that you could allow this to be your great experiment. We have this great experiment that we are all part of, and we recognize that more than any other on this 4th of July weekend. And it's all based in this other truth about freedom, that it's already here. So if we could make it our great experiment to show up, knowing that true freedom, love, and peace and happiness are always already here, what could we do with our next 250 years? Hold that vision for yourself when you watch the evening news tomorrow. And thank you for letting me be with you here today. It is my honor. Namaste. Okay, let's see here. We have our chaplain today is going to be Kathy Mountain. So she's going to be available for private prayer after the service. Oh, I forgot our affirmation, right? I did. Okay, so that felt like an affirmation to me, did it not? I should have thought about that first, but I gave my title on Monday and came up with that later. Let's go ahead and do our affirmation. I release fear and control. I open to hope, freedom, and divine guidance. That's part of it, right? Releasing. Want to do that again? Yes. Yes, okay. I release fear and control. I open to hope, freedom, and divine guidance. Whew, okay. So, yes, Kathy Mountain will be available. She's going to follow behind the love offering and collect your prayer requests, and she'll also be available in the prayer chaplain's room after service for private prayer. And it's our time to collect our love offerings and prayer requests. So if you take those in your hands, and if you give electronically, or you're given your energy, so take one of our little sustained givers and hold that in your hand as we say our blessing together. I am a joyful giver, and the universe lovingly sustains me. Therefore, divine love expressed through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I have faith in God as my instant, constant, and abundant supply. Thank you, God. Get to hear another song during offering collection.
I almost wore the earrings that you made. I should have worn them. I hope you'll never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid He ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me you'll give faith a fighting chance. And if you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you'll never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And if you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. closes, I hope one more opens. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance, I hope you dance. 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 Tell me who wants to look back on their years and wonder where those years have gone. Thank you. Love you. Oh.
Thank you, Marcy and Yvette.
you. Thank you.
Let's bless those love offerings and prayer requests as we see the energy from all of we've received here going out, all those prayer requests already done, and all of the gifts and tithes fulfilling energy for this community and for a greater community that we tithe out to and the world. And we see, more importantly, the love energy attached to each and every one of these. We see it moving forward, and we also see it fulfilling us as part of this community. Thank you, God. Amen. All right, we just have a really small amount of announcements today. We have Connecting with My Unity Family. Mondays are 1 to 2 on Zoom only. And see the email blast, there's a new link for that if you haven't been there for a while. The ID is up there, but there's also a link in your email blast. And then secondly, we've got the Reset and Reflect class. I'll be running that. It's more of a meditation than it is a class. So it will be a brief meditation on Tuesdays, and it'll be on a theme so that we'll have a little chat afterwards on that theme so we have time to connect with the people who come to the Zoom. And so there'll be some questions and some small group discussion around that same topic. That's Tuesdays in July from the 7th to the 28th from 7 to 8 on Zoom. And you can also get that in your email and the bulletin. I think they should also have the ID in there in the bulletin. All right, do we have kids? I thought I saw them out there. Yeah. They looked like they were getting ready. Oh, look at that. Oh. They look so cute. You look so cute. You gonna tell us a little bit about your hats? Oh.
We on now? Yeah. Hello, everybody. Today we did a book about a shellfish and a jellyfish. And unfortunately, the jellyfish, every time she got mad, she would squirt out her venom and burn everybody. So the little shellfish thought, how am I going to cure this problem? She thought, well, if I'm mindful about it, it'll work. So she decided every time that the jellyfish got upset, she would draw herself back into her shell. So we all have her on the top, and then we all have our venomous points on here. And so now we know that we say, okay, if somebody does something we don't like, we go and talk to them about it. Instead of running to somebody else and saying, so-and-so just did this to me, you go to the person who did it, said, let's work this out. So that's what was our theme for today, so that's what we did.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. It's something that we can remember too, to not use our tentacles. Right? It's very tempting. go ahead and let's stand and say the prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. If you feel comfortable, you can join hands for the peace song. If not, just leave them down there. Let it be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our Father, family all our let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be our joyous love. To take each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, remember, freedom is always present now. I know. I'm just going to pop that off.